Have you ever wondered why your dog insists on pressing their body against yours the moment the lights go out? Not just sleeping nearby, not just at the foot of the bed, but actually pressed into you, their heartbeat thumping gently against your leg, their warm weight anchoring you to the mattress like a living blanket. You probably smiled the first time it happened. Maybe you laughed, called them silly, reached down to pat their head. But here is the truth that science has only recently begun to uncover, and it is so much deeper than you ever imagined. That little ritual your dog performs every single night is not about comfort. It is not about stealing your warmth or hogging the blankets. What your dog is doing in those quiet, dark hours is something ancient, something breathtaking, and something that has been saving lives for tens of thousands of years. Tonight, when they climb onto the bed, circle twice with that strange, deliberate precision and collapse against you with that heavy, dramatic sigh. They are not just falling asleep. They are choosing you. They are performing a biological ritual older than civilization itself, a ritual so sophisticated and so deeply loving that understanding it will forever change the way you look at your dog in the dark. To understand where this all begins, we have to go back, way, way back. Before the cozy memory foam mattresses and the heated homes and the glow of the television. We have to travel back tens of thousands of years to a world that was raw, vast, and terrifying after dark. The ancestors of your dog, the ancient wolves who roamed a much more dangerous earth, faced a problem that every living creature has always faced. They had to sleep. But sleeping meant becoming completely vulnerable. Eyes closed, defenses down, open to any predator lurking in the darkness just beyond the firelight. In that brutal world, sleeping alone was not just uncomfortable, it was a death sentence. So they did something brilliant. Something that would echo across millennia and end up with a warm, furry body pressed against your spine tonight. They chose each other. They came together in the dark and lay down in tight, interwoven huddles, body pressed against body, breathing slowing together, heartbeats finding each other in the quiet. This was not just about staying warm, though the shared heat was a lifeline on freezing nights. This pack huddle was something far more extraordinary. By pressing their bodies together, those ancient wolves were essentially becoming one single, giant sensory creature. One unified radar system for the night. If the wolf on the outside edge of the sleeping pile caught even the faintest scent of danger, or heard the microscopic snap of a twig in the darkness, a silent wave of tension would ripple through every single body in the huddle instantly. No sound needed, no warning call. The physical connection itself was the alarm. Every member of the pack would go from deep sleep to full alert in a heartbeat, because they were all wired together through the simple, sacred power of touch. To be excluded from that huddle was to be alone in the most dangerous way imaginable. To be included was to be trusted with the survival of the entire group. That physical closeness was the most profound declaration of belonging that existed. And here is the part that will make you see tonight differently. Your dog never forgot that, not even a little bit. 35,000 years of living alongside humans changed what they look like, changed what they eat, changed so much of who they are. But the ancient architecture of their brain, the deep biological memory of what nighttime means and what safety feels like, that is still perfectly, beautifully intact. So when your dog navigates the dark hallway, leaps onto the bed, and deliberately wedges their body against yours, they are not misbehaving. They are not confused about their place in the household. They are doing the most sacred thing a dog knows how to do. They are pulling you into the huddle. They are wiring you into their ancient circle of protection and declaring, in the only language they have ever truly known, that you are their pack. You are worth protecting. You are worth losing sleep over. And they intend to spend every quiet hour of the night proving it. Here is something that might genuinely surprise you. When your dog sleeps alone, separated from you by a closed door or left in another room, science has recorded what happens to their body. Their heart rate rises. Their sleep becomes fragmented and restless. They wake more often, scanning the dark for a presence that is not there. Not because they are spoiled, not because they are poorly trained, but because, deep in their biology, being separated from their person in the dark still feels exactly like being left outside the huddle. It still feels like danger. And the moment that physical connection is restored, the moment they feel the warmth of your body and press against you in the quiet, that ancient panic finally, beautifully subsides. The next time you feel that familiar weight settle against you in the dark, I want you to take one slow breath and feel it. Feel the warmth of them. Feel the steady rise and fall of their chest. Reach down and let your hand rest gently on their side for just a moment, and know that in choosing to sleep beside you, they are giving you the greatest honor a dog can give. They are handing you their trust, their vigilance, and their heart, all wrapped up in fur and warmth for every single night of their lives. The weight of your dog pressed against you is not just sweet. It is not just heartwarming in that vague, fuzzy way we tend to describe the things our pets do. What is actually happening inside your body and inside theirs in those quiet hours of the night is something that science has only recently been able to measure, and the results are nothing short of astonishing. Because it turns out that your dog is not just sleeping beside you, they are physically repairing you. They are reaching into the deepest, most invisible layers of your nervous system and quietly, persistently putting you back together, one heartbeat at a time. Here is what most people never realize. When you finally close your eyes at night, your body does not automatically switch off the stress of the day. The anxieties you carried through the afternoon, the tension that lived in your shoulders during that difficult conversation, the low hum of worry that followed you into the evening, all of it lingers. Your heart is still racing just a little too fast. Your breathing is still just a little too shallow. Your nervous system is still coiled, still scanning, still not quite convinced that it is safe to let go. For millions of people, this invisible residue of daily life is exactly why sleep feels elusive, fragmented, or haunted by restless dreams they cannot quite name in the morning. And then your dog lies down beside you. What happens next is one of the most beautiful things science has ever documented between two species. When a dog is deeply relaxed and resting securely next to their person, their heart finds a slow, powerful, deeply rhythmic cadence. And because they are physically pressed against you, that steady thumping travels through the mattress, through the blankets, and directly into your body. Your nervous system, which never fully stops listening even when you are asleep, picks up that signal. It recognizes it. And in the ancient, wordless language of the body, it interprets it as the most powerful message in the world. Safety. Stillness. You are not alone. And in response, something remarkable begins to happen. Your own heartbeat starts to slow. Your breathing deepens. The jagged, anxious spikes of a stressed cardiovascular system are gently, patiently, persistently smoothed out by the unwavering rhythm of your dog's resting heart. Scientists who study the hearts of dogs and their humans have discovered that when they lie together in close physical contact, their heart rhythms begin to mirror each other. Not metaphorically, literally. The patterns of their heartbeats begin to synchronize, to find a shared rhythm in the dark. Your dog becomes, in the most precise biological sense, a living metronome. An external heartbeat that your body borrows and follows like a lifeline back to calm. Think about that for a moment. Think about the fact that every single night, without a word, without even being fully conscious of what they are doing, your dog is lending you their peace. But this is where it gets even more extraordinary, because your dog is not simply a passive source of calm. They are actively, intelligently watching over you. Over the course of their evolution alongside human beings, dogs developed something that no other animal on Earth possesses quite like they do. They became fluent in the invisible language of the human body. They can read the microscopic tension in a muscle before you even feel it yourself. They can detect the subtle, almost imperceptible shift in your breathing that signals a bad dream is forming somewhere in the depths of your sleeping mind. They can feel, through the physical connection of your skin against their fur, the moment your heart starts beating faster than it should in the middle of the night. And here is the part that will move you deeply if you have ever woken up startled, heart pounding, from a nightmare you cannot quite remember. Your dog often knew before you did. Research into dogs who serve as assistance animals has shown that canines can detect the physical signs of a nightmare, the changes in sweat, the shifts in breathing and heart rate, long before the dream fully takes hold of the sleeping human mind. And when they sense it happening, they do not stay still. They will shuffle quietly closer in the dark. They will lay a heavy chin across your leg. They will release a long, slow sigh directly against your spine. They will increase the pressure of their body against yours. Every single one of those movements is deliberate. Every one of them is a carefully aimed act of love, designed to pull you back from the edge of a panic your waking mind does not even know you are having. This is what your dog is doing on those nights when you wake up in the dark and find them pressed more closely against you than they were when you fell asleep. They moved toward you because you needed them to. They felt you drifting toward distress, and they answered in the only language they know, the language of warmth and weight and presence in the dark. So tonight, when you feel that familiar, beloved heaviness settle against your legs, or when you wake at 3 in the morning and find a soft head resting on your feet, take a single slow breath and let yourself feel the full weight of what that means. Reach down, place your hand on their side, feel the steady, gentle rise and fall of their chest, and understand that the calm washing over you in that moment is not accidental. It is not a coincidence. It is your dog working quietly, faithfully, and with their whole heart to hold yours together in the dark. Have you ever really listened to the sound of your dog settling in for the night? Not just heard it, but truly listened. There is a whole conversation happening in those quiet moments, spoken in a language that has no words, only weight and warmth and breath. And one of the most dramatic, most recognizable sentences in that language is one you have almost certainly heard dozens of times without ever understanding what it truly meant. The big sigh. That enormous, full-body exhale your dog releases right before they finally go still against you. The one that sounds almost theatrical, almost too expressive, like they are commenting on the long, exhausting day they have had. And maybe you laughed at it. Maybe you said something like, I know, rough day for all of us." But what your dog is actually doing in that moment is so much more profound than you ever realized. Inside that single breath lives a biological reset. A complete, full system shift from the alert, watchful state of the waking world to the open, vulnerable state of deep rest. When your dog pulls in that massive volume of air and then releases it in one long, slow, vibrating wave, they are not being dramatic. They are performing a precise piece of biological maintenance. Deep in their lungs, tiny air sacs that have been compressed and underused throughout the hours of light begin to reinflate with that single, forceful exhale. Their breathing machinery is recalibrating itself, tuning up for the long work of the night ahead. But beyond the purely physical mechanics, something even more beautiful is happening. That sigh is the body's way of throwing a switch. It is a signal sent through the entire nervous system at once, a declaration that the day is done, the watching is finished, and it is finally completely safe to let go. And because your dog is pressed against you when that sigh leaves their body, the vibration of it travels directly into you, through the blanket, through your skin, into your chest. Your nervous system receives it not as sound, but as a physical sensation, a gentle, resonant pulse that whispers the same message your dog just sent through their own body. It is time. You are safe. Let go. Many people who sleep with their dogs report feeling themselves sink more deeply into the mattress in the exact moment their dog sighs. They often describe it as a wave of sudden, heavy relaxation they did not consciously choose. Now you know why. That sigh was not just your dog unwinding. It was your dog taking you with them. There is a second part of this nocturnal language that is even more subtle, and most people never notice it until it is pointed out to them. As the night deepens and both you and your dog drift towards sleep, something extraordinary begins to happen with your breathing. Not your heartbeats this time, though those are synchronizing too, but the actual rhythm of your breath. The pace of your inhale and exhale, and the pace of your dog's inhale and exhale, begin to slowly drift toward each other, finding a shared tempo in the quiet room. This is not something either of you is choosing to do. It is entirely automatic, entirely unconscious, and it is one of the most ancient forms of biological bonding that mammals possess. When two creatures who trust each other completely share a small, warm space and allow their guards to fall, their bodies begin to breathe together. It is, in the most literal sense, a lullaby written by two nervous systems for each other. And here is the part of this story that is perhaps the most quietly heartbreaking and the most quietly beautiful all at once. You are not the only one who needs this. Your dog needs it too. Research using specialized sleep monitoring technology on dogs has shown something remarkable and deeply moving. Dogs who are allowed to sleep near their person fall asleep significantly faster than dogs who sleep alone. They spend more time in the deepest, most restorative phases of sleep. Their bodies recover more fully. Their stress levels are measurably lower. The physical presence of their human does for your dog exactly what their physical presence does for you. It tells their ancient, vigilant nervous system that the watch is shared, that they do not have to carry the weight of the night alone, that it is finally, at last, safe to rest. So this exchange you share in the dark is not one-sided. It never was. Every night you are each giving the other something irreplaceable. Your dog gives you their steady heartbeat, their living warmth, their silent vigil. And you give them the one thing that 35,000 years of evolution has made them need more than almost anything else: your presence. The simple, profound, deeply healing fact of you being there. The next time you hear that big sigh, that full body exhale in the dark, close your eyes and breathe out with them. Let your breath follow theirs. Let your body take the cue it has been waiting for all day. And know that in that shared exhale, in that synchronized breath in the quiet of the room, something ancient and beautiful and irreplaceable is happening between the two of you. something your dog has been offering you, faithfully and without condition, every single night of their life with you. Think about your dog right now. Picture them exactly as they are in this moment, wherever they are in the house, whatever they are doing. Maybe they are sprawled in a patch of afternoon sunlight. Maybe they are curled at your feet as you watch this. Maybe they are already waiting by the bedroom door, ready to begin the night's ritual the moment you give the signal. Now I want you to hold something in your mind as you picture them, something that is both beautiful and heartbreaking in equal measure. Your dog does not have a career. They do not have a social circle of dozens of friends spread across different chapters of their life. They do not have a bucket list or a 5-year plan, or a past they are still processing, or a future they are anxiously trying to predict. Their world, in the most literal and profound sense, is extraordinarily small. And at the very center of that small, entire world, taking up more space than everything else combined, is you. You are not just important to your dog. You are not just their favorite person or the one who holds the leash and fills the bowl. You are their universe. You are the sun their entire existence orbits around. While your life stretches outward in 100 different directions, filled with relationships and responsibilities and memories and ambitions that your dog can never fully access or understand, your dog's life stretches inward, deeper and deeper, toward you. Every joy they feel is connected to you. Every fear is measured against whether you are near. Every moment of peace they experience in an entire day is rooted at its core in the simple, overwhelming fact of your presence. And nowhere is this truth more visible, more scientifically measurable, and more quietly devastating in its beauty than in what your dog does while you are sleeping. While you are unconscious, completely unaware, lost somewhere in the private landscape of your own dreams, your dog is working. They are cycling in and out of sleep in short, fragmented bursts, waking to scan the dark room, checking the sounds of the house, sampling the air, feeling the rise and fall of your breath against their body. They are, in the truest sense, keeping watch over you. Not because they were trained to, not because they expect a reward in the morning, but because somewhere, in the deepest layer of who they are, loving you and protecting you while you sleep are not two separate things. They are the same thing. They have always been the same thing. Their whole lives are so breathtakingly short. That is the part that quietly breaks every dog lover's heart if they let themselves sit with it for too long. You will have many chapters, many seasons, many versions of yourself moving through the world, but your dog gets one chapter, one season, and they choose every single day and every single night of that one chapter to spend it watching over you, to spend it pressed against your side in the dark, lending you their heartbeat, sharing their breath, holding silent vigil over your sleep. Every night they climb into bed beside you is a night they are choosing you, completely and without reservation, over everything else their small and perfect world contains. So here is what I want you to do right now. If your dog is near you, stop for just a moment. Look at them. Really look at them, the way you looked at them the very first time, when everything about them still felt like a miracle. Put your hand on them. Feel the warmth of them, the realness of them, the quiet and steady life humming just beneath the surface of their fur. Let yourself feel grateful, not in a passing, distracted way, but fully and consciously grateful for the extraordinary gift of being someone's entire world. And tonight, when they settle against you in the dark and release that long, slow sigh, do not scroll through your phone. Do not let your mind race ahead to tomorrow's list of worries. Instead, breathe out with them. Follow their rhythm into the quiet. And let yourself understand, maybe for the first time, that what is happening between the two of you in that moment is not ordinary. It has never been ordinary. It is one of the most ancient, faithful, and unrepeatable acts of love that exists anywhere in the natural world. We would love to know, what is the one thing your dog does at bedtime that you always smiled at, but never fully understood until now? Tell us in the comments below. Every answer is a small and beautiful window into a bond that deserves to be celebrated. And if this moved you even a little, if it made you look at your sleeping dog differently, if it made you reach down and touch them just to feel that they are there, then you already understand what this channel is about. Here at The Soulful Dog, we believe that dogs deserve to be truly known, not just loved, but understood at the level of their biology, their history, and the ancient devotion they carry for us every day of their short and luminous lives. If that resonates with you, subscribe and join us, because next time, we are going to explore something that will change the way you look into your dog's eyes forever. The science of the gaze. What is actually happening in both your bodies when your dog stares at you across a quiet room, and what they are trying with everything they have to say.